All right, so we're all still trying to process this beatdown that we all took collectively on Sunday at the link issued by the San Francisco 49ers. Yeah, the defense for the Birds, an absolute dumpster fire, joke, pathetic, couldn't tackle to save their life, gave up 6 straight drives that resulted in a touchdown, but you didn't run the damn ball, Nick Sirianni. You didn't run the damn ball, Brian Johnson. You only gave Swift 6 carries for 13 yards. Jalen Hurts, it's not like he was running all over the yard either. 7 rushes for 20 yards. It's not going to get it done. Even if your run game is not at its best on any given Sunday, you still have to hand it off to keep the opponent honest. So respect and cheers to the two Birds fans that stood outside the NovaCare complex on Wednesday morning with the sign, "Run the ball." And what makes this great is, of course, at head coach Nick Sirianni's press conference on Wednesday, he was asked about the fans with the big sign that said, "Run the ball." And Coach Nick, he never disappoints us in his press conferences, but let's take a listen to what head coach Nick Sirianni had to say about not just the fans and the sign, but his team and the lack of their rushing attack on Sunday. Does it need to change? Here's Coach.
There were a couple of fans out here this morning holding signs saying "Run the ball." Given the way you guys are built, and given the way the league has changed over time, is there any part of you that's still surprised that people wanted to fall to that?
We gave them coffee. No, hey, I love our fans. I love their passion and their energy. That's not the first time I've heard run the ball. And you know what? And we do need to run. We do need to continue to try to run the ball. And so no, I'm not surprised by that, and I appreciate their energy, because I know that same energy of those guys sitting out there this morning when I drove in. They're going to have that same energy when they're cheering us on in the stadium, and I'm thankful and grateful for that.
Nick, you
At least we got the acknowledgement from the head coach that they need to do a better job of handing the ball off and establishing a run game. So that's going to be probably the biggest key for me that I'm going to keep an eye on when the Birds travel to Dallas to face the Cowboys in a huge matchup now. I mean, you can essentially call this game a must-win for the Birds. And yeah, there's going to be a lot of questions and eyes on the Eagles defensively. But for me, I want to see the offense get back to its peak potential. I want to see Swift with the ball in his hands. I want to see a better game plan. I want to see Jalen Hurts a little bit more confident and decisive in the pocket as both a runner and a passer. So a lot that the Eagles have to work on this week leading up to a huge matchup against the Cowboys.